is Chris, and this will be my review for Barbie. I'm so excited to talk about this film with you guys. Now, there will be no spoilers here. Now, let's get into this. Now, Barbie is directed by Greta and stars Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, America Ferrera, Ariana Greenblatt, Simu Liu, Michael Cera, Ken McKinnon, and Will Ferrell. Barbie and Ken are having the time of their lives in the colorful and seemingly perfect world of Barbie land. However, when they get a chance to go to the real world, they soon discover the joys and perils of living among humans. Now, this movie, the direction, the angle, it really surprised me because I went in thinking it was going to be one thing, although I wasn't quite sure, and then it took another turn, and it surprised me a lot. And it does start off in Barbie land. Everything is pretty and pink and perfect, and it's kind of similar to Free Guy in where they wake up and they're having their routine of a perfect day, but pretty soon Margot Robbie's Barbie, and there are so many Barbies, but Margot Robbie's Barbie starts to have different thoughts. She had thoughts of that. She starting to get in a flat fee, so she's out there trying to find answers of what that is happening, and that's where she learns of the real world. And I was actually kind of surprised how quickly it took for them to get to the real world, and essentially just took what you saw in Barbie land or Barbie world and just flipped it like the other way in 100 degrees, and of gay Barbie's experience in the real world. Obviously, everything is a little bit more like not everything is pink in the real world. They start off in Venice Beach and then explore a little bit of LA, specifically Century City. And Barbie is starting to realize, oh, this is very different where what Barbie was used to, because like I mentioned, there are so many Barbies here, and we see that in the cast. And so all the Barbies holds all sort of different jobs. They are in the Supreme Court, there are presidents, there are writers, astronauts. And that is what Margot Robbie's Barbie is used to in the Barbie world. When she comes into the real world, it's quite the opposite of that, though. But the whole reason why she went to the real world is to figure out why she's starting to have all these thoughts in her head. I guess, quote unquote, out of norm thoughts in her head is to be essentially find the girl that she has that connection with, and that is where we link up with America Ferrera's character, who happens to work at Mattel and whose CEO happens to be Will Ferrell. So with that said, that is kind of happens like at the beginning of the movie. I don't want to keep going further, kind of discussing the plot, because if you end up seeing this, I want you to find out for yourself, because this movie is full of surprises. So I want you to have that experience. Now, but here is why I found interesting, because at the beginning of this review I said that I went expecting one type of movie and found another type of movie. So the very beginning of the film, they sort of used like this was part of I think of the teaser trailer as well. They sort of use how dolls has always existed, but they won't ever like full grown dolls for little girls to play with, right? They were usually baby dolls where the little girls will play the caregiver role. That is until Barbie came along, and Barbie the doll is a full grown woman. She's the best at everything she does, the top tier whatever job she's at, and that is inspiring for young girls, where she can play with a four and where she's not playing as just the caregiver to the girl. So I really like that examination of Barbie, and what the movie also examines is the concept of Barbie. She can have whatever job she wants. She's like the ultra girl boss, but that has a little bit of has been met with some negative connotation. We you know, like Barbie in this perfect body shape is unrealistic. It says unrealistic expectation for women, and etc. And so I like that the film does examine that, and what was where the movie went one way, where I thought it went another way, and oh, it's going to go this way, and I was amazed by that, but I appreciate that. So I just want to say, on the surface level, you might think Barbie is like a family film, and it can be, but the message is a lot deeper than that. And there's this really great monologue by America Ferrell's character about what it means to be not just a woman, but a human, and it was emotional. It got me emotional, and I really love that they had those moments in here. But some of the things that I love about this movie is the costume design. Obviously, the sets, the production designs was really incredible. The colors, the vibrancy, the dream house, the dream car, etc. They replicate so well for this movie inside Barbie Land. And so for Barbie fans, there's a lot of cool things to look for, as iconic office, accessories, etc. And the third act has a great message, and I really got emotional, and it talks about what it means to be humans and everything that comes with being human that Barbie have never experienced until this incident. And the writing here is just by Greta Gerwig also, and her husband Noah. It's just the writing here is smart, is funny, and I found myself very surprised at the end of the movie working out. It had me thinking, well, it went in an unexpected direction, but I really enjoy it. Now let's talk about the cast and some of the standouts here. Margot Robbie as Barbie. She's perfect in this film. This is her signature role. I mean, she has Harley Quinn, but she's absolutely phenomenal here. She thus becomes Barbie in this film. Wow, the journey of her character here, and she goes to some high and lows, and she plays thus all of her scenes brilliantly. It's just perfect in every way. So she deserves the Oscar for this, and not just the nomination. I mean, she deserves that Oscar. I mean, what she's done here is just amazing. Now, moving on to Ryan Gosling as Ken, and also like Margot Robbie, he deserves that Oscar here for Best Supporting Actor, because Ryan Gosling has done so many great performances throughout the year. He's just a very talented actor, but I think this is his best performance today, and you can see he was having just the time of his life playing Ken, and he played Ken so well here. I think he strike the perfect balance, and they have been like tasked to do a spin-off movie of Ken, and when he is so I'm all for that. So now, when it comes to the Barbies, Issa Rae, Alexander Shipp, and Kate McKinnon are so great in this film. And Kate McKinnon scene, I really love her dialogue here. I mean, she's just she's knocked it out of the park. Now the Kens here. Simu Liu is great. I love his dance moves here, but who really have like store a lot of scenes for me here is Kensley Ben Adia. He's a fantastic Ken here. And Michael Cera, he made me laugh a couple of times. Will Ferrell is in top form here, and they really knew how, Will Ferrell mostly does comedy, but they really know how to use a Will Ferrell here, and I was very impressed with him, I must say. And Helen Mirren, she's incredible as the narrator here, and America Ferreras and Ariana Greenblatt done nice work here. Her roles are not so big, but they are very vital to the story here. And director Greta Gerwig, I'm a big fan of Greta Gerwig, and my favorite film of her is A Little Woman. Well, let me clarify that, because she leveled up here, and in terms of a director, you can see her creative confidence in this movie. It's just incredible, amazing work here on display, and this has become my favorite film of her. And she now wants to do like more blockbuster films like this, and I mean, after this, go ahead. I mean, she's phenomenal, a phenomenal director. And let me say that I love this film so much. Now, I think for me, this is like a perfect film for me, honestly. It just has so much joy, emotion, and so much fun watching it. And I think right now we like in the half of the year, but this has become instantly like my favorite film of the year so far. So we'll see where it ends up by the end of the year, but I just have like the best time watching this movie. It was honestly like a real experience watching this film, and for me, I find it perfect. And I hope it gets a lot of awards, especially at the Oscars. I mean, Best Picture for sure, Best Director, Best Screenplay, because of the message and some of the emotions here. It's just Best Actors, Margot Robbie, Best Supporting Actor, Ryan Gosling, and Best Original Song. I mean, Ryan Gosling singing, oh, that was amazing. I really want him to do the performance at the Oscars. I hope he gets nominated. And Best Production Design and Best Costume Design. I mean, I think all of those categories should be like a lock for this film to get nominated. So, but I think now in terms if this film is it for kids or for adults. Now I think the film aims more to adults, because I think little kids can enjoy this film because of the great and fabulous performance, and it's very colorful and vibrant. But I think the film is very sophisticated, because the film it's like a blockbuster, but it has like the heart and soul of a awards contender. So I think it's a perfect match and a perfect balance of a blockbuster and a awards contender, and I think that could help a lot in terms of getting those nominations and also being a successful film and at the box office. So I just highly recommend this film. Go watch it opening weekend. You're just going to have a blast watching it. And thank you for watching this review. And if you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, consider subscribe to the channel. That always helps. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.